Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Jules. Look at all you people who are already here. Welcome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have been up for a while. I had to run into work. Felt like I needed to get some things done before I started my stream. And I gotta say, I really do think that YouTube live streaming is easier than Twitch in terms of setting it up, letting everybody know I'm getting ready to go live, and then just hopping on and going live. So welcome, guys. I'm glad to see you guys here. Wait, where's my microphone? I don't think you can hear me very well. Let me try this. Can you hear me now? I'm not sure if it's this microphone or that microphone. It's probably this microphone. There we go. That's probably a little better. Is that better? I hope it's better. Let me... Great. What's up, Winnie? Winnie-Winnian. All right, cool. Hey, Val. How you doing? Thanks, sweetie. Mark's my husband. I'm just going to tell you. Oh, it's funny. All right, but this looks good. This looks real good. So we're going to get some stitching done. Oh, wait. The one thing I forgot, Pattern Keeper. Hey, Carol, good morning. Now I just got to find my Pattern Keeper pattern and we'll be ready to roll. Oh, that's like, is that like just really down? There we go. Here we go. Let's see, I'm gonna put that right here. Y'all kind of follow along. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I'm having a good morning. Feeling awful. Feeling awful good. Not feeling awful. Feeling awful good. We got a big long hair. That looks like one of mine. Usually we can identify dogs or people or whatnot by the hair. So, oh, but I hope you guys are doing well. Staying safe. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and change out this needle. I found my new little embroidery needles that I'm using. They're a lot smaller, but they work really well for this 18 count piece. Hey, Chris, what's up? Hey, Nanette. Hello, you made it. Hey, Tracy. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Tracy. Whoops. Hope you're all well. I hope everybody's good. Rocking and rolling and rocking. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Sunday. There we go. All right. Now, let's see here. Captain McChirpy Pants has been already awfully loud this morning, so he may interrupt us from time to time. Right, buddy? Right, buddy. Hey, Eileen. Hey, Angel. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good weekend and things are going well for you. I have gotten so much stitching done this week on Reaper. It is absolutely nuts. I'm under 7,000 stitches now to go on the project. Where's my board? It tells me. I've done almost 1,300 stitches just this week on Reaper. And he is coming along nicely. We're still on schedule for an end of, definitely an end of, what month is this? February? Probably by end of March for sure. I have a feeling that the closer I get, the more I'm going to work on them. But today I wanted to work on this piece because it's starting to kind of become a bit more obvious sort of what's coming through here. It's been snowing there all day. Oh, I am so jealous. So jealous. Good morning. Please close the north gate. We in Oklahoma are not looking forward to the cold air that is moving in. Oh, man. Well, we're not getting anything here. Somebody close that north gate. We're not really getting much. I think we were supposed to have more than we did, and then it kind of flew right over us. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. So for those of you guys who may or may not know, Empire State Workers is one of my own designs. It is a monochromatic piece, meaning it only uses one color. So the design is created by using black thread on white Aida. Now you don't have to necessarily use black thread. You can use any dark thread. And you don't have to use white Aida. You can use any lighter color fabric that you may choose. It's all good. I'm looking forward to this dude. We're working on this guy right here. So, oh, I got autofocus on. Oh, bummer. Hate autofocus. How do I change that on here? I didn't realize I had autofocus on when I started. Maybe if I'm good enough, I won't. Yeah, I'll just leave it for now. I know it's a pain in the butt, but I'm going to leave it for now because otherwise I feel like I'm going to mess up my stream here. It just started snowing here at the same time Jules went live. Coincidence? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. More snow due tomorrow, but so is my electric guitar, so I hope it gets here. Yay! Nice. How long have you been playing guitar? Angel, that sounds pretty sweet. Hey Anna. Hello, good morning. Hi, today in Tennessee is 38. The wind is crazy. Ooh, that would be really ridiculously cold in Tennessee. Love the design. Mine is coming along. Awesome, Karen. Thank you so much. Hey, Danielle. Good morning to you as well. High of 61 in South Louisiana. Whew. Crazy. High here in Boston is 35. Oh, my goodness, Tracy. Gee whiz. It's pretty terrible here in the UK. We have the usual rain as it is the norm in the UK, but we are being battered with the beast from the east, too. They are calling it very cold and icy. Golly, gee willikers. Excuse my phraseology. I've been learning acoustic guitar with my singing, but have been enjoying electric guitar sounds recently in songs, so I thought I'd give it a go. Good for you. That's awesome. That sounds amazing. Hey, Rosie. Good morning, Daphne. You know, Ronnie Rowe will be on Fiber Talk this Wednesday, the 10th. I did not know that. That is awesome. That is awesome. I need a reminder. I need all kinds of things. I need all kinds of things to remind myself. Actually, I don't. I just need to go and write it down, and I'll make sure that I watch it. That's awesome. Gosh, I haven't talked to Ronnie in a while. I need to reach back out to him. Actually, I need to reach back out to him. He is such a nice dude. Such a nice guy, really. Do 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 do. Good morning, good morning. Just need to invent a theme tune for your future floss tube. Well, there you go. Wow, I somehow stopped myself from sneezing. I don't know how I did that. That was weird. I've been sneezing all morning. How's the four-legged sweetheart? My baby boo, my baby Binky, she's probably in bed right now. She's resting. She had a very busy morning eating and then napping. And now she's taking a nap to rest from her nap. So she is well. She's so flipping cute. I need to give her a haircut. I got to charge up the little clipper things that I have and see how well that's going to work. Just got one of Ronnie Rowe's new 2021 patterns in the mail. Flight. Did he release those? I got to look. Hold on. Oh, hold on a second. I'm typing all wrong. I didn't know he had actually released them. Homepage. He did! That's awesome! Oh, no, wait. Did he? Hold on. Noise. Where did you see? Ooh. Wow. He does such beautiful work, I swear. I mean, I shouldn't swear, but is it on his Etsy store? I didn't know he had actually released that already. Where did you order that, Carol? Saw them on Facebook? Nice. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, he's really been working hard on some of these newer type designs, and they look amazing. They really do. For those of you guys who don't know, if you like this kind of pattern, directly inspired from Ronnie Rowe Designs, he has a store on Etsy. He has his own website. He's awesome. He's brilliant, and so he's the best. Really inspired by your channel. Thank you for all your updates and everything you do. Thanks, Angel. I appreciate that. I just lost the needle through here. There we go. I appreciate it. So I have been going a little crazy on the blog as of late. If you guys don't know it, I have a blog, or I want to say blog, but it's really a website. So it just kind of it's a bigger continuation of sharing cross stitch and other craft resources with everyone. So this week I've put up more articles where if you're looking for, hello, Captain McChirpy Pants, if you're looking for patterns with certain subjects, like I have them for cats, for dogs, for nurses. Okay, I can't get this. I can't get that through. Get in there. I don't care what you smell. Get in there. There we go. All right. What did I do yesterday? Airplanes. A ton. Let's just say it's a ton. And so I'm starting to do that. And what I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm just searching for patterns that, oh yeah, roses. I did roses. I did baseball fan or baseball cross stitch stuff. And I've done some other different things, but stitchingjewels.com is where you can go for that. And that's kind of my plan going forward. So like have a theme and then search around and try to find really good looking designs from designers that I think we can trust based on longevity, number of reviews, quality of their site, that kind of thing. And so I've just been starting to collect a bunch of resources. And what it's letting me do, because I'm way behind on this, is I need to add a bunch of new sites to the page that talks about cross-stitch pattern designers, cross-stitch stores. One of my projects coming up is to do, separate everything out. Like here are all the cross-stitch designers, and then here are all the cross-stitch supply stores, so that you guys don't have to muddle through my very cumbersome list of other stuff. And yeah, I think that will be very, very helpful for everyone. So, and it honestly, it's like, it's crazy because like I'm always finding new cross stitch designers, new floss tube channels, they're just popping up left and right. It's amazing. It really is. So that's, I mean, the whole goal is to just have people enjoy things, have fun, and explore cross stitch, and hopefully maybe be exposed to cross stitch and want to cross stitch more or start cross stitching. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Nanette. I appreciate that. Hey, Kara, what's up? Hey, Belle, good morning. Thank you for recommending Pattern Keeper. It was suggested it might be useful for when I began Overwhelm 2 project. I've been taking a look at the app and it's offering a free trial. Nice. Very cool. There's another update that's getting ready to come out too, from what I saw very recently. Didn't see them on his website or Etsy, so I emailed him. He posted them on his Facebook page. There were several that were shown. I gotcha. Yeah, he's been working on a lot lately. I'm not sure why they're not up yet. He may be waiting to put them out there. I'm not sure. Oh, I missed that stitch. What are you doing? Focus. What are you doing? It looks great and will definitely help me in the future. Oh, that's awesome, Chris. That's very cool, Christopher. That's awesome. Oh, we got Wales and London here. Hey, Christine, good morning. And then another Christine. Good morning, both Christines. Going from rain to snow? Nice. Thanks, Angel. Aw. Mary Rose, a lovely lady who had a channel called Stitch Bliss Corner, spoke highly of me in her videos and how she would watch your progress. So Stitch Bliss was actually one of the first channels that I ever watched. I adored her as well. She was so sweet. I'm sorry to see her go from FlossTube, but I understand, she's supporting her husband, she's helping him out. But I felt like she gave such a lovely, oh gosh, such a lovely perspective on a lot of things. And she's a total sweetheart. I mean, just a sweetheart. But yeah, she was definitely one of the first channels that kind of inspired me to want to do FlossTube. So yeah, I was sad when she hung it up pretty recently. How would we describe the Super Bowl to you guys from the UK? Premier League championship, basically. If you guys had instead of having one big Premier League, if you divided it into two and sort of split your you split your top teams among both divisions and then had them, basically the best from each division then play each other at the end. That's sort of what it would be. I think that's probably the closest that I can come up with as far as how that would translate to you guys. Instead of these guys playing each other, multiple times a year, it's like you might play somebody once, but then you play somebody for the whole, the whole thing. So in the sense, it's like your point structure works only to get you into the playoffs. And then once you get into the playoffs, you're seeded, like top to bottom. And then your teams that barely made the playoffs play the the top teams anyway. And then you just, sort of in a tournament style until you get to the top team from each division and then go forward from there. So, you know, in some ways you might think it might take away from the regular season. And it might, but that would be the equivalent for you guys. And I'm saying in hype too. And so, blog idea reminds me of the saying, powerful women empower women, but in this case, it's powerful cross stitchers empower cross stitchers. That's right. Empower cross stitchers. So yeah, so I mean, there's so many amazing designers out there. I find new ones on Etsy every day with unique designs that are just, I know somebody out there is going to adore doing them. And they come in all shapes and sizes. So the other thing I try to do, because I know my bias is always towards full coverage, but what I try to do is present a mix of patterns. And certainly, like, hey, here's 11 cool cat patterns. That's not the only 11 cross stitch patterns of cats that I'm ever going to, you know, put on there. I'm starting with 11, but I'll do more later on down the road. But it's been a long haul. It's probably been a 4 or 5 year haul for the blog, just trying to find its footing, trying to figure out what would work best. And I've gone away from it for times, and now I'm back and finally kind of figured out what I want to do with it. And thank goodness I have so many cross stitch pattern or projects, like to do of my own, to do of the ones I've already started, that thankfully I don't feel that like, oh, I must do this. I found another patterning I must do. Thank goodness I haven't really felt like that in a while, because I already have enough patterns. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hey, Allie, what's up? Enabling. It's enabling, not empowering. You're right. As soon as I can figure out how to do screen shares and whatnot, I'm going to have to take you guys on a tour of all that is cross stitch, if you haven't done that, because it is pretty amazing to find stuff that it is. That is not a very pretty stitch. I'll come back and, nope, I can kind of fix it. I'll come back later and fix it. Let me go over. Oh, I'll fix it right now. Chirp, chirp. Here we go. Let me just focus on this for a second. Wow, you're so weird, cross stitch. I also want to do some videos where I take you guys on tours too. So I gotta relearn how to do voiceovers and stuff like that. So much to do, so little time. That's me making sounds of me trying to figure out how to get my little needle through there. I normally don't use, like in the past, I've never used these needles, these embroidery needles that are so small. And I couldn't tell you. I mean, I could tell you. I just don't know where the thingy's at, what size they are. I want to say it's like a 28 or something. They're super tiny. Whoops. There goes the auto focus thing. They're super tiny. But they work so well with two-handed stitching. So I like it. I like it a lot. Let me see here. Yeah, Mary Rose has left the channel now, but all her videos are still up. Recommend to all who haven't checked her out to take a look. She is so lovely. I always enjoyed, like, if it's a rainy day, like I always like a rainy day, kind of sit there and just listen, just so peaceful. Yeah, her floss tube was amazing. Noel Fitzpatrick. I don't know Noel Fitzpatrick. Does he have a show or something? Living by the sea sounds lovely, although that weather you describe sounds very cold. I bet you it is. Mary Rose is one of my favorites. I did my art project on Vincent van Gogh because of her 3-part videos on him. I could never figure out why an archaeologist needed so many art classes. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirpy, 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 chirp. Chirpy, 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 chirp. Okay, I'm just pulling out some floss here. Shiny object. Shiny object. Ack. All right. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'll have to email Ronnie. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe he is waiting to do the fiber talk before he fully releases his stuff on his site and everything, and on his Etsy store and all that. Here we go. Here we go. My foot's falling asleep. There we go. All right. So, let's see here. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to go further down on this guy. All right. Did I even bring up? I know I must have my marking pen somewhere. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. I saw a new cross-stitch pattern this morning with the quote, "Imagine a world where fabric is free and cross-stitch makes you thin." That is awesome. That is awesome. Your standard poodle jumped up looking for the bird. That's funny. Noel Fitzpatrick is an amazing vet. He has a show called The Super Vet. He has a book out, and he's done pioneering operations on dogs, giving them new limbs, and he has lots of ideas on future medicine. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Very cool. I'll have to look him up. Oh, his own dog got run over outside his vet surgery, and he's devastated, but he managed to operate on him immediately and save his life. Wow. Yeah, that's tough to, well, it is tough to operate on your own dog. And so, but sometimes it's easier because it's like, it's my dog. I know what this is going to, I know what we're doing. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I mean, James Herriot was a massive influence on my life. I wanted to be a vet before I read James Herriot, but reading James Herriot, it made me want to be James Herriot. Like, that's how I want to be with people. That's how I want to, kind of live my life, just all those things. And it definitely feels for me like I came about as close as I can with what I've been doing outside of not working with farm animals. Yeah, I had no desire to do that. But he was a tremendous influence on me in my younger years. I think I found him, I think I was 8 or 9 years old. I want to say 9 years old, in a Walden Books bookstore. in Georgia, where I grew up, and I was just looking for books on animals, and probably was one of the first times I'd gone to this bookstore because it would have been like 19 or early 1980s, and there was his collection, and I was like, oh, ooh, his books on books about being a vet, and I remember like I bought the first one, read it, and then I had to go buy the next one and just kept up with it. I read those initial books so many, like the pages fell out. I read them so much. But the price of that has been that now that I'm older, 20 years into my own career, over 20, um, I see things from a different perspective now. So when I go back and I try and read the books, it's very difficult because I think about this case and that case and these people and those people, and it's unfortunately in many cases it's the sad stories that I remember. The ones that do well and move, go on. I remember some of those, but it's usually the sad ones, the endings, so to speak, what I remember. Hey, I said it last time, but Marike, good morning. Good morning, Diane. Noah's a lovely guy. He's dedicated his whole life to animals. He's very inspiring. That is fantastic. Yeah, I hadn't heard of him, so that's cool. I'm going to have to look for him. Good deal. I like it. I like it. Do, 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 do. Doing a weird progression up and down this particular square. Just sometimes when you're doing the monochromatic pieces, it's really easy if you just not easy. It's sometimes faster. At least it seems like it to me. If I do a bunch of half stitches and get those going and then come back and fill in, because I just have to pay attention the first time through. And the second time through, I don't pay attention as much because I know where I'm going to stitch. Do, 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 do. Hey, Sheila, you do not ever need to apologize for being late. You're here when you could be. It's all good. We're just relaxing on a beautiful Sunday, or in some places on a snowy Sunday, or a cold and rainy Sunday. But we're all just getting, so what's everybody working on? What are we working on today in the world of cross stitch or whatever craft that you're working on? What's up, people? Can't wait to see the progress in the Empire State Workers. You saw my first finish of my own work. It was great. Thank you so much, Angel. Yeah, it came out so nice. I was very pleased. But we have other finishes. Daphne here finished one of my pieces. I'm taking a peek. I think I have it tucked under some of my other work behind me. Lioness is done. Yeah, we're going to see a lot more. I did the wrong thing. Go back. Go back. I'm just going to pull it out of the focus. Focus. Hocus focus. There we go. Come here, you. Come here, my sweet. There we go. I really want to make some progress on the Lincoln Memorial one, but I created a fair bit of confetti for myself. So I'm going to have to look at that. But I still want to do it because I think that's a beautiful piece. So it's just going to take a little longer. But these monochrome pieces should stitch up fairly quickly. Quickly, depending upon your definition of quickly. You know, Jules, over here in the Netherlands, we have a different attitude with our pets. Most of the owners won't go through everything to keep their pets alive. Sometimes it's just okay to let them go in peace. Oh, I don't doubt that. And there's certainly, you know, that's my philosophy is I will tell you what can be done, but I don't tell you what should be done unless the should be is something that would ease pain, suffering, that kind of thing. So, because I don't believe in doing everything all the time. No, I don't. You know, I don't have that philosophy with my own pets. I mean, they're rescues, and not everybody has the money. Not everybody has the inclination. I mean, where I grew up, the attitudes towards folks or towards pets definitely wasn't anywhere close to where it is where I live now. But even still, everybody's approach is different, and totally cool on that. I don't judge. I want to visit the Netherlands someday. Honey and I have talked about doing like a one of those cruises that come over, check out Northern Europe up there. I'm fascinated by, I'm fascinated by that level of cross stitch. Yikes, that's a 2-for-1 right there. Double up my stitch. The canal system and the way you guys mitigate flooding is amazing. Oh, by the way, have the canals in Venice started getting cloudy again? I haven't paid attention to that because when they went so clear when everything got locked down that you could see the fish and whatnot swimming in there. I was wondering if they're muddied back up again, if there's more boats going through. I would hope that they would have taken that time to like maybe clean some of the debris in the bottom of the canals there, but I don't know that much about it, so they do what they need to. Let's see here. I'm currently stitching away on the Haywain, but also in the process of finishing an Eastern pattern for your cousin. Cool. Working on your first Plum Street. Nice. Tomato Dame. Who recommended last week that I switch to a bigger needle? Because you were right. Nice. That's awesome, Rosie. Currently working on Which Way by Hade. Color expansion. Wow. What does color expansion entail with that? Working on part 2 of the Lindy Stitches Funky Menagerie Sal. Nice. Lindy Stitches is another floss tuber that I watched in the very beginning. She always reminded me, like, her style was so, like, classic Americana, like 1950s. Really cool. Stitching 2 bunnies for a Valentine's gift to myself. It's a really small little cross-stitch kit, and the design is really cute. That is awesome. That's awesome. Are you going to get it finished soon then? Working on a Grim Reaper, currently at 23.64%. Nice. Working on a Joy Sunday called Milky Way. Nice. You know, I came across Joy Sunday. I didn't know who that was. And I came across that designer, I think just yesterday. I'm gonna have to, I got so much to add to the blog website, whatever. I hate calling it a blog. Blog makes it sound like, I don't know, to the I don't know, to the vault. What's a word for that? What's a word for like the website that contains all the info? The arc? Not the arc. You could call it the arc, but that just sounds weird. The vault. To the bibliography, the stitchiography. 170 colors instead of 90. Ooh, you are a glutton for punishment. We put our rescue. Oh, I'm sorry. He's 14 years old, had a fantastic life. It was good. Oh, sorry to hear that. But that was 14 years old is pretty amazing. The bunnies will definitely be finished for Valentine's Day. I'm going to frame it in a small white box frame. I'm thinking of working on a small kit each month in between the bigger projects. That's a really great idea. That way you get some finishes and all that. That would be cool. I have like a little, where's that little pattern that I just moved around? This little Lizzie Kate that I kind of want to do sometime. Think deeply, speak gently, love much, laugh often, work hard, give freely, be kind. With all the little motifs and whatnot there. I'm pretty sure I have the fabric for it. And gosh knows I probably have the DMC. I don't have all the special threads, but I have the DMC for it. So, but I like that. I like that one. I'm going to have to find a way to incorporate Groot into the stream. Well, like I said, maybe I can use another webcam or something to pull him in. What are you doing right now, buddy? Oh, he's just sitting in front. He's so much more active because he got put right in front of the cat food. So whenever Mercury jumps up, which he does that like 20 times a day, to check out his food and water, Groot always comes over to see what's going on because he's attracted by the motion. And so he's been way more interactive, I think, way more interested in things than he used to be. It was suggested to me to get another axolotl to keep him company. And I'm like, well, he's never had company, so I don't know if that would be a great thing for him or potentially be a really bad thing. And I would have to either get an adult or raise one by hand. And if I'm going to raise it by hand, I have to know that I'm going to not be traveling. Well, gosh, it would have been perfect to do it during the whole last year because they have to be fed so frequently. You have to be home all the time. Not all the time, but every day you have to make sure that you're feeding them. The bunnies would definitely be finished for Valentine's Day. I'm going to frame it in a small... Oh, wait, I already said that. I'm working on the supersized Max Color Animal Kingdom. Oh, I've seen that one. 247 colors, 750 by 999 stitches. That's amazing. How far along are you? Did you tell me there? How far along are you? Do you know? Hey, Terry Lee. Getting hit with your second snowstorm in a week. I'm so jealous. So jealous. I want snow. You'd think in Colorado you'd get some snow, but not where we're at. It's been slow on the snow. Been very slow on the snow. I don't know why Oh Susanna is like stuck in my head, but it is. And I'm working on Miss Christmas Eve by Mirabilia. Nice. Orca by Carolyn Manning. Nice. Lizzie Kit design looks great. I've got a Mill Hill buttons and beads on the way to try for the first time. That is cool. I have like 3 Mill Hill kits that I think are beautiful, and I have yet to start one. I am, but in my copious free time, which is sarcasm, it is something that I do want to do at some point. I think it would be amazing. Do, 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 do. 2, 2, 3, 2. I have to figure out a slightly different light placement because this. So I feel like my hand gets in the way. It creates a slight shadow. 2. Or am I 2, 2, 3? Just gonna zip along for a second here. Catch up in chat in just a second. Welcome to Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oops, I meant to actually do that stitch. Oopsies. I'll end that here. All right, so I'm going to show you my version of a loop thread end, or loop thread finish, however you call it. So I come up through the bottom left, and I just do a normal cross stitch. Down through the bottom right, up through the bottom right, number 3. And then when I go to put it in to finish the actual cross stitch, I leave a little loop, theoretically, because I've got a little knot right there. All right, I leave a little loop in my thread right there. I hold on to it because otherwise it's going to go somewhere. And then I kind of pull up just a kind of opposite, kind of diagonal away from it. And then I come back up through the number 4 again. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 3. Sorry, I come up through 3. And then I very gently, making sure that I don't pull the thread through the needle. You can't even see it. Sorry. Huh, that's perfect. Sorry for the earthquake. Then I put it back through the hoop. Hold on to the thread. Hold on to the thread. Pull it down. Snug it in. And then I actually go back down through the same spot, or roughly the same spot. And that is how I make cookies. How I do my, I mean, you can't see it because I blocked half of it, but that's how I do it. If that makes sense. There's 5 gazillion ways to end it. I've seen about a gazillion. There's 4 more gazillion to go on that, but it's all good. It's all good. Got shepherd's pie for dinner. Does shepherd's pie automatically have onions in it or chives or something? I just cannot handle the onion family, whatever family that truly is called, like the chive, onions, scallions. Like it just, in my taste palette, it overwhelms everything else so that that's all I taste. So I purposely don't eat them. But does shepherd's pie have to come with onions? This group is great for hearing about all the designers and all the patterns and the support enabling of everyone. Yay! Yes, it is. I'm doing laundry right now, but cross-stitch wise, I started Rainbow Row, Charleston, North Carolina last night. Oh, cool. It was gifted to you by your work colleague. It is a long one, if I remember right, 114 by 496. Nice. It's kind of like this one. Long. I like it. I like the long ones. Oh, that's cool. Angel, thanks. Hoping to check out my Etsy store soon. It'd be great to stitch on something I've designed. That is awesome. I appreciate it. I've got a lot of different things on there. So I've experimented around with a lot of different designs. So trying to see what works, what people like. Now that the crock pot is going with some barbecue pulled chicken for sandwiches later, how do you like the YouTube platform for live streams? Okay, first of all, that sounds amazing. They got the crock pot going. We're doing we're gonna do some meatball sliders and a chicken, a cheesy chicken hot sauce. Oh man, my mouth just exploded in saliva thinking about it. Sorry, that's gross. I know. Like a hot chicken dish thing. Anyway, I really like it. The downside, the only downside I've found so far, and there's probably a workaround to this, but I just haven't figured it out, is that you notice my camera angle is different. And so instead of coming straight down, it's kind of at an angle, which might actually work better for people. But before I was able to kind of like flip the camera and put it in a slightly different spot, but right now I'm kind of stuck with where it is. But in terms of streaming, once the stream is going, there is no difference in streaming from here to there. I will say that I think that it's a lot easier for people to find me here, and people are a lot more willing to come over here or to be on here. If they follow me on YouTube, they can, follow us here. So that's easy. And honestly, setting it up and getting it started, like I don't have to use what we call the OBS or the open broadcast software. I don't have to use an OBS to stream on YouTube, which is straightforward, very easy. I'm still kind of trying to learn some of the in and outs, but I think it's decidedly easier. There's a lot less steps involved in going live. So that's the cool thing. So I will be staying over here. Stuck with me now. All righty. Do I have a freebie chart spot on my website for new stitches, Girl Scouts? I was looking for a piece to send them to find some charts. They don't have to spend money, mostly kids. I do have an article on the bibliography /vault/stitchingjewels.com. If you scroll down a little bit, it's 7 sites to find free cross stitch. There is a ton of free cross stitch that's out there. I actually want to take some of my patterns that haven't been terribly popular and create some sort of like program where I send like a free pattern to people periodically, whatnot, out of the blog /bibliography/vault. So that is coming down the road. That's just yet another project that I want to do that I just haven't gotten around to getting it done yet. But if it's a beginner project, there's so many sites out there that can do that. But the article will take you to some different places that have some good ones, stuff that I would trust, that looks good, because that was a big sigh. Obviously, when you're first teaching somebody how to cross stitch, you got to do something simple, right? You've got to try a small, pattern and do something very tiny just to get the feel of it, learn the technique. But then you want them to be able to move on to something that maybe they enjoy. And hopefully it builds like, oh, I love this. Oh, I love that, and want to stitch more. But my stuff is definitely not like beginner friendly. Well, it's something it's beginner unfriendly. It's just, I wouldn't necessarily want somebody to start with something that I do. You little knot, not here, little knot, created a little knot that I'm not very happy about. I mean, I suppose I'll just live with it, but I might want to take that loop finish. Sometimes I'll put it in a different spot. That last little poking it down through there, put that in a different area. Shepherd's pie normally has onions, but there's no rule saying you must put onions in. I gotcha. I love shepherd's pie. Has to have lots of buttery mashed potatoes with cheddar cheese for you. You're getting hungry now. No worries. Archive. Ooh, I like the archive. Nice. All right. Sorry, I'm bouncing my leg. Specialis. Hello. Finally caught up with all my videos. Wow, congrats. From all the way from the beginning. Holy cow. Excited to catch me live today. You started Westminster Abbey. Yay! The last week of December, and you are 30,000 stitches in. That is awesome. It's such a beautiful piece. Such a beautiful piece. I'm so happy for you. That is very cool. Very cool. 2, 2, 1. There we go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Two, 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 one. Nice. Just put the beef stew and the dumplings in the oven. Oh, dumplings. Oh, dumplings. You're so jealous of New York State and all of their snow. Whew. Yeah, they've been getting a ton. And so Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Yep, they got to share it. They've been awfully selfish with all that snow. Spread it around. Has anybody heard about what is probably the largest cross stitch in the world by Joanne Roberts, the Sistine Chapel? Here's an extract from the description. It took her nearly 10 years. Nah, that's not the biggest. 628,000 stitches? Nope, that's not the biggest one ever. There are bigger ones than that. Is huge. There are bigger cross stitches out there. Because oh, you're gonna make me do math, Chris. Hold on. Math is not bad. Calculator. So let's see. If I do this one, the one I'm working on right now. All right, so the one I'm working on right now is 142,000 roughly stitches total. No, actually, it's not. Sorry, it's spaces. If it was full coverage, that'd be the number of stitches. But say, where was that big Mondo piece? Yes, Coco, 750,000 stitches. Not world map. The Gecko Rouge project, Wonders of the World, was 1 million stitches. And so that is huge. And I've seen bigger. Cats and McChirpy Pants. It is huge and it is beautiful. And I love the fact that it was a Sistine Chapel. That's beautiful. Or rather, one of the largest. You know what? I will say this. Anytime you can finish one of those, it's a monumental achievement. Monumental. Sorry, guys. I've been sneezing all morning. 2,872 hours. Man, she's a fast stitcher too. I'm incredibly impressed. 1,809 different color combinations. So I'm guessing she must have done blended threads. I wouldn't call it speedy stitching, just a lot of free time. I absolutely love the sky on the piece, which is one of the main reasons why you picked it. Exactly. That one is still in storage in my house. I don't have that one back hung up. But I absolutely, that's the reason why I got Westminster Abbey too, because of how beautiful it looked. So kudos. That's awesome. It's snowing pretty hard here now. Oh, I'm so jealous. We got about a foot of snow this past Monday and are expecting another 46 inches today. The big fluffy flakes are really pretty. We're going to move someplace where it snows, I swear, because it's gotten so much warmer here in Colorado. It's just, you think it would snow all the time, but it really doesn't. Maybe in the mountains. I don't live in the mountains. Maybe we need to move to the mountains. I don't know. I just miss snow. I want snow. I know I say that now, and then one day I'll get all the snow. I'll be like, this is terrible. No, I don't think I would say that. I don't think I would say that. 2, 2, 2, 1. And then 2, 2. Wait a minute. 2, 2, 2. There we go. Did she get it framed, Chris? Because if she got it framed, holy moly, that's a tapestry. I like to call them tapestries. Chirpy Pants. Mr. Pants. Hello, Pants. He is a happy little boy today. He's probably telling me he needs more food. He's probably been happier because we been remembering to put up bird videos for him when I leave for work. I turn the computer on in here and play a 8-hour video with like nature sounds and bird sounds, and so that usually makes him happy. He interacts with a lot. Gets very, very loud. Do 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 do. Oh, shoes. 1, 2. Oh, you love the angle of the camera today? Shows off the monochromatic so well. Oh, that's cool. All right. Well, I mean, I'm glad we were talking about the camera angle before. I'm trying to. I'm kind of forced into this view, but I think in some ways it does work really well. I think showing something from the side gives you a slightly better impression. I need to get my lighting fixed a little bit better so that I'm not creating shadows when I work. Chirp, 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 chirp. Do, 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 do. So I'm likely to finish an audiobook this week. Today. I should finish it today because I think I only have maybe 2.5, 3 hours max left on it. And I'm going to be glad to be done with it. It's not nearly as good. Maybe it'll pick up here at the end, but it's called Tagana. It was recommended by Daniel Green. Daniel Green? Yeah, Daniel Green. On his YouTube channel. He does a lot of sci-fi and fantasy books. And I usually have the same tastes. And I've been a little disappointed with this one. I just don't, I don't know. There's just, I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's just, it's not great. I wouldn't recommend it. Totally wouldn't recommend it right now. I need to get on some Brandon Sanderson and start listening a bit more to his stuff. But I still need to finish, or I still need to start really, the second book in the Wheel of Time series. And we talked way, way a long time ago about The Wandering Inn on a prior live stream. And I have the first and second book, and I've gotten about 40 minutes into the first book, and then I put it down, and I haven't gone back. Today will be a good day to, at least before the game starts, maybe even when the game starts. I don't always listen to football or sports. Sometimes I'll just put my headphones on, listen to an audiobook or something, and just have the sports play, but not necessarily be watching them. Chirp, chirp. Thank you for saying bless you. Oh, thanks, Christine. She had it framed on a scroll. Wow. Boogie Stitcher. Noise. Hey, Rita Marie. What is up? Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do, 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 do. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp. Wow, you were really talkative today. I think I primed you with that bird video when we left this morning. Ran a couple errands really early this morning. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I think I just totally messed that stitch up. That's okay. You can't see it. Especially now. Do, 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 do. Uh-oh, that's Zuzu. Somebody's growling outside. Well, hello from the Netherlands. Thank you. I've got 2 people from the Netherlands here. I don't believe she did get it framed, although I've seen a picture of it and it's hung like a tapestry. It took her over 700 hours to design, which in itself is a colossal challenge. Holy cow. You know, more power to her, and the more that an article like that can, you know, I should look into that, do an article on that or something, on the archive. Put it in the archive. Could change the name of the site to the Stitching Archive, but I don't want to change the name of the site because, well, I could change the. No, I can't change the name because I don't want to change the domain name, and stuff to ponder. Pondering is good. Pondering is to ponder. To ponder is to ponder. Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me, for I've come to Alabama to banjo on my knee. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Well, hello from Germany. Hi, Rose. Hey, guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Music Forever. Music Forever, I have jumped over to YouTube. I did my first stream here on Thursday, and now I think I'm gonna stick over here. And so it's a lot of my audience that's already been on YouTube for years. I think most of them, well, I know most of them, the vast majority weren't able to follow me over or just didn't follow me over to Twitch. So it's a lot easier for folks to jump on a YouTube stream. And so, and honestly, it's easier to stream on YouTube. It's crazy. It's so much easier. Although I have to ask because I've been thinking about this and I don't know if it worked or not. But does the live video stay up as an archived video? Like, can you, like, if you miss it live, does it show up again later on, or do I have to, like, well, I'm not asking you if I have to do it, but I'm just wondering if there's something that I'm missing that I need to do to make sure that people can see it after the fact, like the way I upload the Stitch With Me's before. You love this pattern, you get goosebumps just imagining this happening. I know, right? It's absolutely one of the most iconic photos of a very iconic time in American history. It's pretty cool. It's always been one of my favorite things. And I was so pleased when it came out, or when it seemed to come out. I was so pleased when it came back as a beautiful monochromatic. Like, I could actually make it. I can't talk. Speech is hard sometimes. Putting words together. Sunday morning. I was so pleased when the black and white photo was able to be transformed into what you see today. Because then I was like, oh yeah, I gotta stitch this thing. I gotta stitch this thing. Because not all patterns do. Not all photos do. Not all paintings do turn into nice, automatically turn into nice cross stitch without a lot of complicated steps. And I don't like complicated steps. How is my tower? Speaking of not being able to talk, how is my Tower of Babel piece coming along? Not at all. Not at all. So, as a stitch, there are a couple pieces that I really want to get back to bring them back into the fold of steady stitching. Apothecary Shop is one. And honestly, I think Honeybee Pattern is the other one. Tower of Babel, though, I have always loved that painting. That is something that I have always, I had it in a jigsaw puzzle at one point, and I'm going to end my stitch here so I can start fresh. So I love that, and I have no doubts that it's an absolutely gorgeous, will be a gorgeous pattern from Scarlet Quince in the coming days, in the coming years. Oh, I did that wrong. That's okay. I'll have another stitch there. Oh. If anybody is like obsessive compulsive or OCD, you probably shouldn't watch me stitch, because I'm just kind of a laissez-faire. Is that even the right term? Laissez-faire? Chirpy Pants thinks it is. Oh, my friends from the UK, I want to throw out a big salute and much respect. My condolences for passing of Captain Tom. That guy was amazing. Not many people make that big of a difference in the lives of others, especially in their last year of their life like that. Sir Tom, he was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Captain Tom was the gentleman, the veteran in the UK who decided he was going to walk. What was it, 100 miles or 100 kilometers or something like that for COVID fundraiser, and then to raise money for the first or the hospitals and whatnot. Oh, so awesome! Such a good dude. You missed the first live YouTube and you was able to catch it the next day, including the chat log. Oh, nice. Okay, great. I'm crazy enough, Jules, to buy the pattern book. I think it will be something in itself just to look at. I think it would be a tremendous source of inspiration for you to look at it. You know, sometimes, I mean, I have Old World Map 2 printed out in a book. It's kind of daunting. Now that it's on Pattern Keeper, it's a lot easier to manage. Come here. There we go. There we go. It's pronounced more like laissez-faire. Oh, thank you. Thanks, France. Or is that Francais? France. Move this over. At least for a second. Hum baba hum baba hum. Hum baba hum baba hum. What should I do next? It's gonna be a little harder to get to right up there. Okay. There we go. Here 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 we go. France, like the country. Cool. Laissez-faire. I've been saying it wrong for a very long time. Laissez-faire. little crazy. A little crazy. Let's put this back here. Hade has a Sistine Chapel ceiling pattern. It's a very long piece. Yes, I bet it is. That was uncalled for, McTrippy Pants. That sounded very much like sarcasm. He's got his back to me right now. Wrong stitch. Come here. I once did a 7, was it 7 or 8,000? Very large jigsaw puzzle of the Sistine Chapel. It was beautiful. Took 4 years of on and off work. Chirp, chirp. What? Yeah. A little bit longer, okay? Then I'll come over and feed you. Probably need water too. We're gonna go down, 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 down. Down, da, da, down, da, down, da, down, down, da, da, down, da, da, down, da, down, da, down, down. Okay, we'll try and pop that. You'll get in there. Sort of. That was poorly done. Poorly done, Jules. Poorly done. Do 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 do. Hey, Deborah, long-time viewer, first-time chat. Nice. Well, thank you and welcome. That is awesome. Captain Tom, incredible man. They are talking about erecting a bronze statue in Sir Tom's honor, which will be nice. Absolutely. Sir Tom. That's awesome. I've come to Alabama. It's the banjo on my knee. I don't feel like my stitching is of very good quality today. Sometimes with these monochromatic pieces, it highlights sometimes how I rush some of my cross stitch. So you can, if you look close enough, you can see imperfect stitches. But it don't bother me because the ultimate photo, the ultimate look of this whole thing is far more than some stitches that are not perfect. As long as they're somewhat relatable as X's, we're good. But I look at like Daphne here, that's here. Her stitching is exquisite. Even my husband was like, wow. Like, that looks really good. I'm like, yeah, what you're saying is my stitching isn't very good. And he's like, well, sometimes. No, I'm kidding. He didn't say that. He never said such a thing. He's a sweetie. Do, 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 do. Yeah, jumped that one. Oh, Susanna. Oh, don't you cry for me. Hey, Becky. Captain McChirpy Pants is happy today. Well, he's happy, but he's a little, yeah, you're what's the word? Surly? I think surly is a good word for you today. He's got his back to me. His attitude at times has been a little disappointing, let me just say. But I think he's a little hungry and I hadn't fed him yet. So I think that's part of our issue here. So I better highlight as I go on this part because otherwise I'll go mess up. There. I'm going to go kind of through that little knotty area there. Put that stitch in right there. At my vet's office, do you have a lot of people drop off animals or leave them at your door? I just had 3 aquariums dropped at my door this morning. Wow. Holy cow. You rehab animals, snakes this time. Yikes. No. I'm trying to think if it's ever happened. No, because there's so many people that do that around here. There's so many people that take stuff in, and there's a lot of rescues. It's very generous like that in this area when it comes to animals. So if people needed to drop off an animal, there's so many resources for them. And so they don't specifically, like, I can't even remember anybody, doing that. Max Color Supersize a stitching shelf. Nice. 28 count, 1/1 full cross. Whoa. That's cool. That's cool. Stitching shelf from Hade, right? Still trying to get started on your Hade, which is a free pattern on their website called Maui Princess / Mermaid. Nice. That's actually, I think, one of the sites that I mentioned on Artisy has some free patterns. DMC has a bunch of free patterns. And I listed the Hade free pattern page because they always put up some nice ones they rotate through. So that's pretty cool. There we go. Two. There we go. 2, then 2. And space, then 4. Nice. It can be so addictive. You blame me? I would blame me. I'm happy to take it. Happy to take the blame. Does anybody use the railroading technique? I just started to railroad my stitches and have seen a noticeable difference, although it does slightly take longer to do. I can't do it well, I sort of can do it on here. I don't normally do that. I've tried, let's see. Angel says, I've tried railroading. It used to make my stitches look a lot smoother and neater. Maybe I'll try it again. Do you enjoy it? Thank goodness you saw movement on the front porch. It's like 31 degrees here. Not good for snakes. Shoot, no. They like go and like they go into like cold hibernation. I do occasionally run into like people that need to find homes for their animals because of various reasons, like a family member died and they need a home and a pet, or there's a living situation that the pet's just not working out of because of some reason. So let's see. Out of all the dogs we've had, um, let's see. I'm thinking back on the order of how everybody came along. So Fargo was Doogie was actually a breeder dog. Like I wanted a border terrier because of James Harriet, and so I finally got my border terrier, and he's half like a border terrier. Like we could do a whole hour of all the idiosyncrasies that is Doogie, but oh yes, McChirpy Pants. I know, I got you too. You were a rescue. I know. But you weren't dropped off at my door. We went over to Auntie's house and picked you up, remember? Yeah, you really didn't like that ride over in the back of the car. But Fargo was the second dog. He came from the shelter. And then Topher was the next one. He came from the clinic. Basically he was a massive escape artist, and no matter what they did, they couldn't keep him. Like he was such a bad influence on their other dog, and he was just the naughty little guy. And I would second that. He has been a naughty little guy living with us, but she was yeah. I came home with him one day because I was like, yeah, I think I'll just take him, and everybody got along great with him, and Doogie and Fargo thought he was awesome and good cuddle partner. And then then it started getting a little crazy. I got Bailey from the shelter right before I met my husband. Um, I had this like feeling that there was somebody that I needed to go get. I need to get this older dog who was having a hard time getting adopted. And I was like, I don't know where this dog is, but there's a dog that I need to go adopt. And ultimately it resulted in Bailey, who had had cancer and who had been brought back to the shelter like 5 times. And so she came to live with us, which is great because she absolutely loves my husband tremendously. And then came Zuzu. And Zuzu was a pretty much like a health issue dog from a breeder who just wanted to find a home for her. And I was like, I'll take her. I've always wanted a golden retriever. Yeah. I didn't know I was getting a monster. I got a monster instead. Anyway, so that was Zoo. So she was kind of a breeder dog, but she was a rescue too because she couldn't really be. Yeah, she has a lot of issues, and so and then Jelly, who was a rescue from Greece by one of my clients, and then she was moving, and basically I was like, I will take her. She needs a stable, loving home with other dogs. I always felt like she needed other dogs around her. And indeed she did. That's all she needed was other dogs. And she has like Zuzu is her favorite, is her best friend in all the world. I don't think Zuzu feels the same way about her, but she absolutely loves Zuzu. And so, and then we had Coco for a period, Coco the dachshund. Coco came from a friend of mine. Actually, we just saw them yesterday. Her father had passed away, and the dog was let's say the dog was also heartbroken that the gentleman had died because it was like her guy, and so she was really having a hard time without him. She was kind of difficult, not house trained, barked a lot, perfect dog for our house. And so she came along and fell in love with my husband. And for the year and a half that we had her, my husband absolutely adored her. So that worked out well. And then now we have Binky, who is a puppy mill rescue. And she is about 12, 13 years old. So that's all the kids. Hey, Amy. Hey, from the UK. Another UK first. Yay. Oh, you love watching the live streams. Yeah, you're here, though. You're working on Mini Contessa with Squid, a Hade project. Nice. Well, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. That is awesome. There was a nice note asking for help for the snakes. They had to move and could not take them. It made you feel better. Well, that's good. Yeah, just instead of it just being a dump. You railroad on the sampler you're working on. You do think it makes a difference on that? I would agree. When you can. I do railroad when my thread is not cooperating. I've used railroading and do find that the stitches lay flatter and don't twist. I've always been very happy with the result. Nice. Nice. Christopher, I swear my thread figures it out and starts separating from me on purpose. Yeah, right? Hey, Diane, he's being feisty. Oh, yeah. He is being feisty. Well, like I said, he's sitting with his back to me. And he keeps like, when I turn and talk to him, he is sitting on the thing and he on the branch and he moves, whoops, and he moves back closer to me. And so you know I'm talking about you, don't you, Mr. McJerky Bands? You silly bird. Nice. Railroading really does make a difference. It's not any one stitch, but it's the look of all the stitches together when you can really see the difference that railroading makes. Nice, guys. Have you seen Michelle Bendy Stitchy's floss tube? She is working on Contessa and Squid as well. Nice. Coco's in the UK. We've got a lot of UKers. Got a lot of Europeans here. Nice. Michelle Bendy Stitchy is awesome. It's going great. Started Wednesday and got 2,736 stitches in. Mostly 310 and 3371. Holy cow, dude. That is so much stitching. That makes me want to get back to stitching. Holy cow. That is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if I got back to working on Reaper today, just to get some more of it done, now that I know I'm getting so close. .310 is in a lot of projects. My Hade is mostly different shades of blue. Glad it's going great. Yeah, that's why I have this. The Cone of Black from DMC. It's awesome. Should have done that a long time ago. Get me a whole cone of black. A lot easier to keep track of. Do 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 do. Mm-hmm. Hello from Germany. Hello. What's up, Pinky? We just had about 10 minutes of snow. Holy cow. Hey, Angela. Love watching the Reaper come together. It's going to have such an impact when done. Yeah, totally, right? I think my friend's going to really love it because it's going to make a really nice addition to his haunted house. He can do all kinds of crazy. He'll figure out something to do with it, I know. But he likes all that stuff, so I'm really looking forward to it. Do 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 do. Let's see. Yep. Do 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 do. I almost feel like I need my light like straight on here. I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. Do 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 do. We're just gonna go all the way back up and finish this little stretch. Come here. Come here. Come here. There you go. Good stitches. Chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I'm gonna do something. I had a thought and it went away. It went far, far away. Only occasionally do I still turn the needle slightly with each stitch, but I find that I don't need to do it often with railroading. It's almost natural now to railroad. You love it. Nice. So much snow here in the UK too. Oh, I like that snow emoji. You love stitching in blue. The other hate is mostly sky at the moment and will be for the next year, you're guessing. Man. Wow. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Ah. Come here, you. Well, I think I'm just going to trim back here. Ah, sorry guys, earthquake. Yeah. What is your other hate called? I'm also using blue and long dog samplers pandemic, but using embroidery buttons and beads to add my own details. It's a challenge. Wow, that's impressive. Here we go. Chirp, chirp. Are you going to do my last? Am I going to do my last few stitches on Reaper on camera for you to see it? Absolutely. We'll do a live stream of me finishing it. And so You know, maybe we'll do like one of those like extended stitch times where maybe like the last 500 or 600 stitches like I can do on a live stream. We shall see. It might only work out to do like the last 100 or 200. Let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Please try to finish Reaper on a live stream so we can all celebrate with you. Exactly. Hey, from Spain. Hello. El Rincón de Anabao. Hello, Spain. Good to see you. Doing Journey Over Ohm, Randall Spangler. I do love the Long Dong Sam. Yes, I just said it. I just said it. Gosh darn it. They need to change their name. I mean, I know they're not going to, but at least I'm not giggling the whole time like a little kid. Randall Spangler's Designs. I don't, does he have his own site, Etsy store, or, because I don't know why that name's not popping up to me. Not popping. Chirp. Oh, could I show the loop end again more slowly? Saw it on a previous stream. Absolutely. I'll do that when I get to the end of this one. If I can remember. I should remember, but I hope I can. I'll try and get a different view of it this time because the last time I did it, I just did it a little while ago, and I think I blocked half of it. Chirp, chirp. What's everyone's favorite color to work with? Oh, man. I have to say 310 just because of all the monochromatic stuff that I do. But yeah, I think I'm just going to say 310. Just easier. Just easier. You've only had a slight covering of snow and are 10 minutes worth, but you do live on the Norfolk coast. Norfolk coast. I can't say it. Your 9-month-old puppy can't figure out where the sound of the bird is coming from. He keeps looking for it. That's awesome. Keep talking, Chirpy. Good boy. And then he's quiet. Chirp, chirp. I come to Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Oops. 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 Oopsie daisy. Oopsie stitchy. Anything orange works for you? Oh man, is that because Tennessee? Jewel tones. What exactly, like, are we talking about like gem tones, or is there a specific color when you say jewel? Because I don't know that. You love heaven and earth. Stitching your project photo, your father is playing accordion. 90%. Heaven and Earth Designs is fantastic. I love it. How's my phone defying? Oh, defying gravity? Oh, because this isn't tilted. I know it looks tilted, but the camera's tilted to make it look tilted. But this is slightly edged up. But nope. Yeah, actually, if anything, I should have probably tilted this a little bit more before I started. But yeah, it's pretty flat. How can I represent flatness? I don't know how. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I know, Birdie Bird. Chirp. Chirp, chirp. We're going to pass over 200 stitches for sure during this stitchy session. For sure. Oh my gosh, we're coming up on 2 hours here. Holy cow. I'll stitch a little while longer. Usually I do like 2-hour streams because that's about as much as I can handle kind of sitting in one spot at one time. I'll go a little bit longer. I'll do this thing of floss and then one more. Do 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 do. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Boo boo. Boo boo boo. I'm getting some glares though with my phone. Some glares. Hmm. I gotta pick it up. Hold on. It's too glary. All right. Just gotta make sure that I highlight what I should be highlighting. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You like the shades of greens. Randall Spangler has quite a few bits on Haid. Not sure about anyone else though. Oh, okay, cool. See, I don't know the individual artist names on Haid because I don't shop on there a lot because of how large the patterns are. I only have a few because I know my limits. I know my limits, sadly. I still want to do the Space Traveler too, but that's down the road. That's way down the road. Let's buzz through some stitching here. Buzz, 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 buzz. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Man, thinking about the fact that it's Super Bowl day. It's snack food day. Snack food and fun. I wasn't gonna watch the Super Bowl because I'm kind of sort of tired of the whole Tom Brady thing, but I'm gonna root for the Chiefs. I kind of like Patrick Mahomes. Although I also like Bruce Arians on Tampa Bay, and I would love for Mike Evans to get a Super Bowl. And I'm going to pull this through because I just pull it back the other way. There's a lot of guys on both teams that I would like to see win a Super Bowl. So I suppose as long as it's a good game. Good game, good game, good game. I suppose there's some hockey on today. I didn't watch any hockey last night, so I've got some games to watch. Maybe. Once I kind of miss a game, I don't always watch it again. Or go back and watch it, I should say. Because there's more games a coming. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come here. There we go. All righty. All right, when we get to the end of the top of the row, I'll do that loop end that I kind of did sort of crazily. Works for me. Moving on up. All right, last stitch. Okay, so for this, okay, how do I say this? So I've already done the first stitch across. So I've gone up, well, two technically. I've gone up through the bottom left, one, you could say, back down through the upper right, that's two. The next spot is the bottom right. Go from the top right to the bottom right, come up. This is three. Now you got to make sure that you leave enough thread. Sorry, that you leave enough thread basically that you can do this. So you've come up through three. Now normally you would finish a cross stitch by going down through four and then moving on. But when you do it with a loop finish, the way I do it is I'll go down through four and I'll just make sure that I leave a little loop of the thread, the floss, still there. Now sometimes that means I have to pull a little bit of the end with the needle, but I'm just making a little loop there. And then I just hold said loop so I don't lose it. And where am I? I come back up. Is that how I do it? Come back up through the same one, the four. Is that how I do it? And then I pull it through. You can't see. You can't see. So I pull it up through, and then I go back through my loop. This is a really bad representation of it. You can't quite see. Back through the loop, pull it a little bit taut, a little bit, and then I go back down through 4 again. And it tucks it in. That's how I do it. I've tried a couple different ways, a couple different methods. This is what works for me. And then all I do is just take my scissors and I go underneath and I try not to cut my finger off when I cut the thread. I do that. That is how I don't cut my fingers off finishing my floss. Hello from snowy New Jersey. Hey, Roberta, what's up? The retired space traveler, the one with TARDIS? Yes. Yes, that one. I missed a lot of chat. You guys are like, hey, Portia. Oh, you're not notified when I go live? Oh, man. I don't know if you have to click the notification button. You might need to click the notification button, but I don't know the little bell, but I don't know for sure if it'll tell you for sure that I'm live. Not seen that finish before, so thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to finish. A lot of different ways. A stitching shelf is filled with jewel tones, so that's a good visual. Oh, okay, great. Oh, Roberta, you're Apollo Mom 12. Hi, Apollo Mom. Good to see you again. Christmas project sounds great, Angel. Your mother will no doubt be made up. That's nice. I'm working on a small Easter themed piece for my cousin at the minute. Nice. It's weird seeing me work on something. Hey, Azzy, it's weird seeing me work on something other than Reaper. I know. Sometimes it feels weird for me to do that. Is there Tom Brady drama? I don't watch football. Out of the loop. Oh, there's always Tom Brady drama. If you unsubscribe and then resubscribe, it usually works. It can. Cross stitchers measure time in floss links. Pretty much. On the Super Bowl, I was wondering whether you have a view of whose rendition of the national anthem is the greatest. I think Whitney Houston's version is considered the greatness. And I would agree. She was pretty amazing. I will also say, in terms of Super Bowl, that was really good. But I'm a little partial towards Chris Daughtry. And he did the national anthem for the NFC Championship when the Bears were playing. I don't remember who the Bears were playing, but it was in Chicago. And I thought his version of the anthem was absolutely spectacular. But Whitney, to me, yeah, is the best. She took it to another level, man. She was amazing. A whole nother level. Secret level that nobody knew existed until she found it. I met the guy who does the Avalanche. I'm not sure if he does like the Nuggets as well, but he does the Colorado Avalanche hockey national anthems. I saw him at a little restaurant. I was having breakfast with one of my buddies, one of my hockey friend buddies, and I was like, "That's Jake over there. That's the guy that sings the anthem." And he was like, "Yeah, it is." And then when we left, I was like, I had to stop and say hi. Say, "Hey, man, love your version. Pretty awesome." With banjo on my knee. Oh, we can show us, let's show a loop start, how I do my loop starts. So, loop start. Where am I going to start it? I'm going to start it right here. So I'm going to go down to number 1, bottom left. Go down. Actually, you know what? The problem is, let me start over. So just in case, maybe I'll clip this. All right, so if you're doing a loop start, you take one piece of floss, just one, and then you double it back. So you create a loop. You have your 2 little ends here. Whoop, very out of focus. And then you'll thread the 2 ends here. 8 years later. Oh, I had it threaded, but I took it off. Ah, phew. All right, got done. All right, and then start. You'll go start by going the bottom left stitch, go down 1, pull it through to maybe you got about an inch, a half an inch of, you have your little loop created there. You can see that. So I'm going to hold on to that. I usually hold it down like that. And then I come up to the second part, to the second hole, number 2, pull that up. This is why I always hold on to the loop, because otherwise you might pull it through. Find your loop again, wherever it went to. Go back through the loop. Can't see it because my big hand's in the way. Go through the loop. Pull it through, snug it down, and then I go back down into, I go down into 1. We started by coming up through 1, we're going down into 1. Sort of secure that end of the floss. And there you go. And then you can go up on 3 or however you want to do it. I really need better camera angles for that. You guys helped teach me that. You guys were like, you got to do this start. And I'm like, no, I don't like new things. I don't want to learn how to do something better. And gradually you just beat me into submission. I finally said fine. And yeah, it's been pretty awesome, especially with the frame. Pretty amazing. Although the great Marvin Gaye's rendition was fantastic from clips you've seen. Ah, Marvin Gaye. Nice. That man has such a smooth voice. Holy cow. Do you always stitch at the frame sitting up, or do you have another stitchy corner you like? This is, so I stitch a lot up here because it's private. The dogs aren't up here, and I can be up here with Binky. But downstairs, I have another L-shaped desk, and I can set up there and stitch down there. It's not as efficient because the dogs are down there, hubby's down there. There's a lot of distractions down there. But most of my stitching is most of my fast stitching is done up here. So, well, that's important for me. Oh, I gotta highlight this row that I missed. Feel free to chime in if you see something I do that you're like, well, I do it differently. Because just because I do something, it does not mean that that's how you should do it. It's just a way you can do it. You have to do what works for you and what works for your project and your setup. Because there ain't just one way to do it. I mean, somebody mentioned to me on my last stream that why don't I stitch in hand instead of using all of this, which that was an interesting comment considering most people would say, why are you stitching in hand when you can use blah, 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 blah. And whoa, that was a crazy stitch. Oh, and then I messed it up. Oh, all right. I'm just going to have to go like this. Oh, I did it again. I messed it up both ways. Wow, I'm like creating all kinds of really amazing stitches right here. All right. Here. There. Yeah, that'll pretty much get covered up. See, don't do what I do. Don't do what I do. But look into other ways of doing things. Watch how other people do things. And if it seems like something you'd like to do, go for it. But don't think you have to. Because I thought about pulling out Old World Map 2 to work on it today, but I ended up I just didn't have enough time to prepare for that. But I would have been stitching completely differently if I had Old World Map 2. So I might pull that out and stitch that during the Super Bowl. We'll see. We shall see. Depends on how much stuff I get done before then. I got a lot to get done on the archive. Oh, I thought you'd repeat me. Do. Happy Sunday, Mary. Oh, I appreciate that, Mary. Thank you so much. Cool. Sam Cooke, man. You're saying Marvin Gaye. I wanted to slide right in with a Sam Cooke. Oh my goodness. He had I loved his voice. Loved his voice. He passed way too early. Way too early. Let's see if I can button this up a little bit. Find it easier to put the looped end on the eye of the needle? That's a really good thought. That's a really good thought. See? Thanks. I'll try that next time. Hey, Nicole, what is up? Good morning. The Binky. Working on my Crystal Academy and full coverage fanatics homework today. Are you a member of any of the cross stitch challenge groups? Hey, Rose Garden. I am not. I'm a loner. I'm a stitching loner. Nope, I don't. I have my own group, stitching Jules and friends. Got to be like one of the most what's the word? Weird names. I don't know. It was just something that came up with, but it's funny, but it's kind of like it seems a little weird to me. But no, I don't do any challenges. And, I really am like so out of it in terms of like what a lot of other people are doing. Primarily just because one, I don't want to copy what other people are doing, but two, I don't have the time. And so I focus on my little corner of the world. And even like the what is it? Oh gosh, what's the thing in May, guys? What's the thing in May that always happens? There's all these occasions where people are always starting stuff and doing stuff, and yeah, I don't do all that. I'm just not a big joiner. Primarily because I hate it when I say, oh, I'm going to do something, and then I can't finish it or can't do it because of something that pops up. It just stinks sometimes. Oh yeah, see, sometimes you have to be mindful of the fact that on my Thursday morning live streams, I've once or twice I've been called away to work to have to run in and do something. Sometimes the streams don't go off the way they should, or they get ended really quickly, or they're short. It's just how it goes. Usually stitch with your Lowry stand and a Q-snap, either 11 by 11 Q-snap or 11 by 17. I have a tablet stand and light on my Lowry. Could sit in this spot for hours. You do sit in this spot for hours. Nice. I had what I called my stitchy chair downstairs, which was like it's basically like a lazy boy, like a big, cushy, soft, kind of lean back in it a little bit. And I really liked that a lot. However, the dogs do not let me sit in it and stitch. Everybody takes turns jumping in and out of my lap. So stitching did not go very far with it, which is unfortunate because I used to get a lot of stitching done in that chair. I can remember doing a lot of Rainy Waterloo Place in that chair. Now I have a chair in the bedroom, and I've thought about setting up a little stitching corner over there because it would be right next to Binky's bed, and she would absolutely love it if I did that. However, I don't think it's going to be nearly as comfortable. So I'm in a kind of an office chair, sort of leaning over a little bit. I tend to do almost all my stitching in office chairs now. But someday I'd like to have, get a lazy boy, that little cheapo lazy boy chair that I can once again claim as my own to stitch in. That would be a blast. Get the lights, get all the stuff. Yeah, is this the light that? No, I have a light downstairs that when I go downstairs to stitch, it's pretty dark in that room. We keep it pretty dark, but I do have a really nice LED that I can use when I do stitch. I just pulled it right through. So that's nice. Oh, I like it a lot. All right. And usually when I'm stitching, I do angle my stitching up towards me a lot more. I keep it flat so the camera can see it better. That's a bad stitch. It's a bad stitch. Here, let me just undo it here. There we go. There's a bad stitch. There we go. Stitch Mania. Thanks, guys. Stitch Mania. You got it. And so, I mean, my Stitch Mania was like 12 months a year. The first couple of years of FlossTube was as many patterns as I kind of got and did, or it started, messed with, talked about. But May is one of my busiest months at work, so I'm usually quite distracted by work during the month of May. So I don't always focus. I can't always focus on getting a lot of stitching done. It's usually like the end of the first week of May before I realize that it's time for Stitch Mania, which is a super great idea. All right, gonna get a lot of stitching done down here. Ooh, I just made that go in and out. Really weird. Sam Cooke is on another level. A change is gonna come. Oh my gosh. So have you seen the movie One Night in Miami? It just came out on Amazon, or the play. My husband and I saw this play here in Denver about 4 years ago. And it's still, like, to me, the most amazing outside of, well, I would say that Alexander Hamilton is the best musical I've ever seen. Oh, sorry guys. Alexander Hammer's. It's the best musical I've ever seen. The best play, non-musical, is One Night in Miami, and they've just made it into a movie, and it's sort of a somewhat fictitious representation of the night that Muhammad Ali won the heavyweight championship of the world, and he went from winning the championship, and then the next day he announced his conversion to Islam, and he had changed his name to, he was Cassius Clay, he went to Muhammad Ali. And that night in Miami, 4 guys stayed up like supposedly all night talking about all kinds of things. And it was Muhammad Ali, Sam Cooke, Jim Brown, who's famous football player, one of the greatest of all time, and Malcolm X. And it was at a very pivotal time in history. And the play is incredibly powerful. The song comes into play at one point. And he does sing that in the movie / play. We haven't watched the movie version of it yet, but we've been talking about it. We just haven't done it yet. Sam Cooke. Oh my goodness. Silky smooth. You're only 35. For your money, Karen Carpenter is the greatest female singer of them all. Her tone has never been matched. Gorgeous voice, and another great that died tragically too young. We had a nice long chat about Karen Carpenter a couple of months back. I did not know very much about her. I hadn't heard her music. I started listening to some of it. I need to go back and listen to more. I've heard that about her. I've heard people talk about the range that she had and the particular style. That's a fantastically, well, and when I say fantastically, I mean to say like absolutely the worst, horrible, tragic thing. Another talent gone too soon. But yeah, that's somebody I need to listen more to. All right. So when I finish this part, guys, I'm actually going to call it quits for the stream. Almost 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. 248 stitches. I like it. Alrighty, we'll try and end this again. Let's see here. There we go. How about Nina Simone? Chris, you ever listen to Nina Simone? Feeling Good? Oh, I was playing that the other day, like on endless repeat. And the big band style when she was singing. Oh my goodness. That whole big band, jazzy blues. Oof. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, look at that, guys. Half of his face is coming in. It looks weird right now. It'll look better once I get the rest of the side of his face. That's sort of like the shaded side of his face. So let's pull this over here. So his face is fairly dark. You can kind of see a little bit, but we'll get a little bit of his overalls in there, and then we'll end up zipping over to this guy. And so I'm going to kind of just go across sort of this whole row Now on this Empire State Workers, I'm actually not stitching all this up here. I should probably go through and remove all that. I think it would be more striking of a picture if I just took all that out. That was sort of like very distant, um, uh, um, very distant, what do you call it, horizon or whatnot, but it doesn't need to be there because it doesn't look like anything versus the buildings that you can see down below these guys there. So, I mean, that's just kind of like clouds, just clouds. All right. You've heard market is not happening in March this year. Do you know when or if it's happening? It was being moved to May, and I don't know if it is going to stay in May or what, but they had moved it to, I want to say it was like towards the end of May, like Memorial Day weekend. So I actually signed up as a designer, but I don't think I'm going to make it, even if they do have it, just because I can't see myself. Well, if I get vaccinated, I suppose that's a different story. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have enough pieces done by May for me to be able to go and properly display my stuff. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I doubt I'll get. Like I said, I doubt I'll get in. I get in. I'm on a waiting list. So thanks, Tracy. Thanks so much for the live stream. You are welcome. Oh, thanks, Angel. I appreciate that. Hey, Julie. Oh, I'm doing well. I'm sorry you missed the beginning. We're actually getting ready to end the stream. Been streaming for about 2.5 hours. So this is my rough schedule. And I should have put a live notice yesterday out. And I have to remember to do that. I can do that now on YouTube. But I usually start at about 8 o'clock my time. So it's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock Mountain. And usually run for about 2 to 2.5 hours. And I do that Monday mornings and Thursday mornings. And like I said, I'm going to try and do some little live streams here and there for other purposes. And so, but anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there. Well, thanks, Amy. Appreciate it. Thanks, Allie. Oh, they canceled Market? Oh, okay. That's probably why Ronnie is releasing his stuff now. And so, because I think he was going to wait till Market, but now he can't. Well, thanks for the update. I appreciate that, Nanette. Nice. Voice never matched. You'll go far if you're inspired by the great Karen Carpenter. That's awesome. All right, guys. I am so pleased and thankful that you guys all came in today and had a great time. I hope you all had a great time. Thanks for the chat. I really appreciate it. 248 stitches done. I'll be getting more done probably after the stream, but we'll see how far along I get before we meet again during the weekly update video this week. So roughly on Wednesday. So have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your Super Bowl party if you're having one. Be safe though, and take care of each other. Be nice. Check out the archive, stitchingjewels.com, and don't forget to like this video. Thank you. I forget that. If you guys don't mind liking the video, if you haven't liked it already, if you like it, if you don't like it, don't worry about it. Yeah, I appreciate all the time that you guys spent with me today. And I hope that you get some really great progress done on all your projects. So I will see you all very soon. And Nina, woman herself was interesting lady. I led an interesting life. Sinnerman, and I put a spell on you. Oof, I put a spell on you. Nice. Awesome, guys. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later, okay? Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.